Hi everyone, so Jollibee stock price dropped after the CBTL disclosure. It dropped as low as 231 pesos. Why did that happen? Let's talk about that in this video. Check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo and I make daily videos on the stock market. So if you're new to this, subscribe, smash that bell so you get updated every time we have new content on the stock market. And if you'd like to know more on how you can learn about technical and fundamental analysis, I have links below on our events in different cities around the world. So enjoy this video as we drill down on what Jollibee is and what's happening to it. So as you all know from the videos that I created last week, Jollibee bought CBTL for a total of 18 billion pesos. And based on that, the disclosure came out on Wednesday, somewhere around lunchtime, 12:30 p.m. After the disclosure, people were anticipating what was supposed to happen. People were thinking that this was a good deal. Jollibee becomes bigger. It now creates a framework where Jollibee will become one of the largest fast food chains or quick service restaurants in the world. But lo and behold, 1:30 p.m. hit. Jollibee stock price started to go down. It went down from 266 on lunch break all the way down to 250 something. And then on Thursday, the stock hit 231 pesos per share, which was its lowest point. So I want to explain, why did it go down? I thought this was supposed to be a good move. This was supposed to be something that would position Jollibee for a better position long term. So let's break it down from a couple of things. Number one, I've mentioned this in several videos that Jollibee was pretty much bearish, short, mid, and long term. I posted a video that Jollibee was bearish, Jollibee was in a downtrend. So from a trend standpoint, it was already showing us that even prior to this, that Jollibee was still on a downtrend. And as you all know, the trend is your friend. If it's telling you it's bearish, that's a stronger signal still than any news that could possibly happen. So before the news happened and as the news happened, Jollibee was still bearish, Jollibee was still on a downtrend. That's one. Second reason why it was still pushing lower, for those who followed the Facebook Live session that I did before lunch break, we were talking about Jollibee breaking down from the 270 support level. I've mentioned that also in previous videos that if the 270 support level does not hold, there's a narrative, there's a possibility for Jollibee to continue to slide down to the 240 level, which happened on Thursday. It opened at 250 something. It quickly dropped to the 240 level and retested it and dropped even lower to the 231 level. For those who were watching it also, I also mentioned that there was a relatively smaller, shorter resistance at support at around the 232 level. That's why after it hit it, people started to buy. But the main narrative still was this: the 240 level is the level to watch out for, because as it tried to hit it, if you look at the charts below, you will see that there was a breakdown from the 240 level. That's why it's very, very important, regardless of what kind of trader are you and what kind of style you're trying to employ, is to look at confirmations. The Thursday close showed us a Jollibee dropped below the 240 level. That could have been a cause. Oh no, it's dropping, it's falling. It might have been a cause for you to sell and go out of the stock. But if you're waiting for confirmation, for those who attended the Stock Smart sessions, you know what I'm talking about. The next day, Jollibee push back up again. That's why there could have been a narrative for you not to actually cut your losses or actually sell, because the prevailing condition of Jollibee still being above the 240 level, the 240 is a solid support. So that's the second narrative. Number one, it's in a downtrend. Number two, it broke down from the 270 range and it tried to break down also from the 240 support level. One thing we must get is this: it's relatively harder to guess how people will react to the news. The thing is, even though Jollibee bought CBTL and Jollibee became larger, a lot of foreigners started selling. Their main narrative for selling, their main reason for selling is because CBTL was losing money and that it was a wrong acquisition for Jollibee. That hence the selling. So you have the technicals telling you that the trend is pushing down. You have the range that's telling you that it broke down from the 270 level, and you have foreign sentiment pushing the stock lower because they were thinking that CBTL was losing money. It was a bad purchase for Jollibee. So those were the primary reasons on why Jollibee was down as well. Then another thing that you could probably add was people are still on the fence on how Jollibee will turn it around. So it will be a narrative where if Jollibee does well, I've mentioned this in some videos that if CBTL was losing money, what I think Jollibee will do is it will close the stores that are not performing well. It will milk the stores that are doing massively better, and that's how it will try to bring it into profitability. So It's too early to tell how Jollibee will do it, but from the previous videos that I created, I really believe that they can. But strictly looking at the charts, this is where we are now, and this is where it could possibly be for tomorrow. One of the reasons why Friday it went up was, number one, it was oversold. For those who know how to look at how stocks are oversold, it was pretty much oversold already. The sell down was massive, more than what it deserved. Then it hit the 232 level support. So after hitting 232 on Thursday, there was buying. Then Friday, it broke past again for the 240 level. So what are the things that you need to watch out for? There's also a possibility that over the next few days, selling could still happen. You have to remember, there are people who bought at the 232 level. There are people who bought and are making money right now. So when more people who bought lower start to take profits, no matter what the news is, the stock will still go down, and there could be a narrative that it will go down. The key area, the key range, and I've been saying this over and over because I want you to remember this, is the 240 level. If Jollibee stays above the 240 level and 240 develops itself as a support, the range that Jollibee will push through is from 240 to 270, 240, 270, 240, 270. That's the range for Jollibee. However, if over the next few days buying still pushes through, buying is still stronger, and Jollibee breaks out from the 240 level, I really believe this, that it will push and break out from the 270, but there's a larger resistance at 290. Jollibee must break out from the 290 level for it to get out of its slump and actually have a shot and have a chance to reverse and push at a much higher and faster rate. So that's all you need to look for from a tech perspective for Jollibee. Number one, 240 support level. Number two, 270 resistance. Will it break it or not? Number three, the 290 level where that it needs to break to push even higher. And then ultimately, it still needs to break out from the 320 resistances for it to have a narrative that it could push higher, better, stronger. So for next week, should there be selling? One thing, and I'll say this over and over, just watch for the support ranges. Jollibee, though, from a broader perspective, is still bearish. But as long as the 240 support level will hold, there's a narrative that the slide that we saw over the past few days might be over. But if the 240 level does not hold over the next few days, we might be seeing more selling to still possibly happen. So if you notice it, just a level of either support, resistance, bounce, or not, breakout or breakdown, because at the end of the day, everything you need to know is found in the charts. Everything you need to know if you want to trade the markets can be based on technical analysis as well. So that's it for now. If you want to know more about my take on if it was a good deal or not, I placed the link below on Jollibee as well, if it's a good deal for them or not, and how does this affect the fundamentals over the long term. So what are your reactions to this video? Comment them below. Are you trading this because of the technicals, or are you buying it already right now because you really believe Jollibee will do well? I'd like to hear from you. Put them on the comments below, and let's exchange ideas together. So I guess that's it for now. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Marvin Gurmo. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.